Every real cowboy like myself knows how lonely it is out on the open range, which is why I listen to the Cowboy Boys podcast. With best contractually obligated friends, Shayne Smith and Mac Arthur, the Cowboy Boys will comfort your soul better than any disease-ridden saloon gal ever could. Cowboy Boys.
Why do white people like ranch so much?
Dude,
It sucks.
as a white person who loves ranch, let me
Dude.
tell you, it's not for you.
Do you get like the same? Do you have the same feeling when I'm just dumping hot sauce on my food?
Yeah, I was literally going to say, you know how every time I look over and every time you're always with the hot sauce, and then you know what? You know what's funny is I know I've been hanging out with you too much because I became lactose intolerant, and I started to like hot sauce, and I was like, what is happening to me?
What do you mean? You became lactose intolerant?
Yeah, I wasn't, and then I became lactose intolerant.
Oh, because you're.
I don't know. I guess I traded in my whiteness for whatever I'm up to. I ate my first jalapeno and didn't hate it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The last year, I guess.
Ranch sucks.
It's so good.
It's the worst.
It's good. You know what else? I like Miracle Whip.
You're gonna get a lot of hate mail for that one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
People,
I already get hate for. I get extra mayonnaise on my sandwiches, dude.
People already hate mayonnaise, but then why do you say it mayonnaise? It's mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
M-A-N-A.
Mayonnaise.
We should make mayonnaise only for men. You know, remember how Dr. Pepper had their marketing? That was like they had some it wasn't diet, it was some bullshit flavor.
It was Dr. Pepper 10, the drink for men.
What is
I
that?
know exactly what you're talking about.
What was the?
I don't even. I just
Was
remember.
it caffeine free or what the? Fuck?
No, it only had 10 calories in it. It was diet
okay.
Dr. So diet soda gets to be diet soda as long as it has less than 5 calories per 1 liter, I think.
Okay.
And so they were like, this is Dr. Pepper 10. It has 10 calories per can. So whatever they treated it, whatever the taste thing, it kept the calories really low, but not non-existent.
So it wasn't technically diet.
It almost seems like they tried to do a new diet mixture, and then when the FCC tested it, they were like, "There's calories in this."
FCC
Or not FCC. What am I trying to say? The
Dr. Pepper for men. Fuck you. I would have bought if there was an ad campaign that was like that. Just go fuck yourself. Don't even buy our product.
That's kind of what it was.
You bitch ass. I mean,
they were telling women not to buy it. I mean,
know.
women drink as much soda as anybody. It was just so insane. I remember that.
we should get into marketing like that.
I feel like they tried to make a new diet soda, and then there were too many calories in it, and the government was like, "You can't make this diet. You have to tell people." The FDA, the FCC, the Travel Commission,
the ATF was just
the ATF. They bust in,
kicking down the doors.
So the cartels were pushing Dr. Pepper 10, and because they were like, "Well, we have it. We got to get rid of it somehow," because it went away immediately.
They only had that was like one summer.
Should we go on eBay and try and find Dr. Pepper 10? Should we drink lost sodas?
I bet there's already a YouTube channel with some guy who rates and reviews forgotten sodas.
Oh, for sure there is, and he's just drinking Jolt from 2001, and he's just fucking wired out of his mind.
You can still buy Jolt. I drank balls this year.
But Jolt from 2001's the good shit.
Do you remember?
That's got Ripped Fuel in it.
What's Ripped Fuel?
Ripped Fuel's that supplement that bodybuilders used to take that just had SARMs inside. It was just straight steroids.
I came up. What was the Jacked 3D? Was the good one? The one that worked that killed people. I came up with a good pre-workout name.
Oh shit!
That I think we could sell a bunch. It's called Cardiac Arrest.
Hell yeah!
Would you buy that?
I would buy Cardiac
Arrest. If it
Arrest.
had a guy just like yoked out of his mind on the front cover. And he's like in a coffin though.
Yeah, but his eyes are wide open and
Yeah.
they're bloodshot, and
Dude.
he's gritting his teeth, and his coffin looks like it's moving.
How about we just have the Undertaker lifting weights? The Undertaker's dead, right?
No,
canonically.
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know how wrestling
Oh,
works.
no, you're right. The Undertaker is dead canonically.
Yeah,
but
not in real life.
Undead. He's undead.
He's The Undertaker in real life is alive.
He's a man. Yes, the Undertaker is a man, but in wrestling world, the Undertaker is a zombie.
Oh, okay. I just wanted
to yeah. I didn't know what you meant. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah.
Anyways, I think we can sell a bunch of Cowboy cardiac arrest.
Hell yeah.
We'll just have a bunch of caffeine. We'll get like a chemical close to meth, and then change like one of the I don't know. Do we have any chemical fans on the podcast? Email me if you want to help make if you want to help me make an offshoot of meth that we can sell on the dark web. I don't know.
Offshoot of meth.
That's what they all are. You just add one extra molecule to one other arm.
We take Adderall and we put it inside of. We find some old, like one of those crazy early 2000s supplements that was just steroids, and we put Adderall in that together, and now you have super meth.
You can't sell Adderall. You'd have to. What I'm saying is, you get the Adderall molecule, and then you change one little bit of molecule on it, and it's not illegal anymore. That's what a lot of drugs. That's what a lot of dark web drugs are, because technically it's like, hey, here's acid, but we changed one thing.
Well, that's why we're not scientists, though. That's like why, for me, I took like the Progressive chicken soup and put it in the Campbell's chicken soup, and I was like, I'm a chef. Like, that's the closest I get, So when I'm like, here's fucking pre-workout and Adderall and creatine pills, and I just uncork them and put them all in the same mixture, and I'm like, I've done it. I invented a thing.
Do you know how many small businesses just do that?
Oh, dude, tons.
Where they buy two things or like just peel the label off of one product and put their label on it and sell it for slightly more. It's marketing.
You're describing any sandwich shop in New York City. They just buy local groceries and then make sandwiches out of them, and they're like, it's good, isn't it? And you're like, yeah, sure.
I remember a company I worked for a while back would they would file off the logo. I can't remember what it was. It was for
file off?
Yeah, we would like laser the logo off of, what was it? I remember doing it, but now I can't remember what it was for.
Was it radio parts?
It was radio parts. It was that job.
Yeah.
And so
I remember you telling me what the job was, and I was like, what the fuck? And you have a thriving business centered around this? Can you say what it was?
I can say what it was, but it was because it was their main product was the real product, but they had like a side product where they would just laser off the thing and put their logo on it. I'm like, all right, whatever. They're making money. Yeah, that's thriving. If you take this podcast and put a different brand on it and resell it.
Oh my God. Just pretend it's you. Just add like a minute afterwards where you do like and this is an epilogue.
Dude, you know what you should do? Honestly, I fully support this. Is you should translate the podcast into your native language.
Perfect.
Dub over it and just sell
100%.
Yeah.
I'm allowing
it. If you translate Cowboy Boys into another language, you can do it. I don't care.
Oh, dude, that would be so good. Like, have you ever been to another? Well, you have. Like when you go to another country and you're like, oh shit, Friends is on or whatever, and you sit down to watch The Simpsons, and then it's like, Yo estoy el Barto, and you're like, what the fuck?
Well,
but they're talking over the English.
No, yeah, most countries that's called a dub.
Yeah, well, no, but the dubs aren't real dubs. A dub is usually when they cut out the voice track, the English voice track, and dub over. But when you watch TV in like Russia, when I was like Ukraine, Egypt, all these other places I've been,
they just turn it down a little, barely.
And then the English, like Ross is like, hey Monica, and then it says the words right afterwards in the other language. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, in South America they'll just redub and they'll pay for the voices and stuff because they all love The Simpsons. But like in Bulgaria, it'll be like
fully loud.
Yeah, it'll be like, hey, it's Sideshow Mel, and
it's like one guy.
Yeah, it's one guy doing all. He doesn't do voices. He just talks. he reads the line in an uninteresting. I mean, if you want to put that little work into translating our podcast, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's in your ball now. I can't regulate different languages.
Yeah, we can't stop you. We don't speak Russian.
That reminds me of the girl I saw in the video who's like, hey, white people. Always a good sign.
Oh,
when
yeah.
someone's like that. I don't know if you noticed, but why do you not use the normal name of a country? It's not Germany, it's Deutschland.
It's
And
also
then it's
weird
also-
that she
it's not
tried to. She slam dunked on white people and then used Germany, the whitest place,
Well,
as her example.
But then she's also like, it's not Japan, it's Nihon or whatever. And
yeah, I don't know.
immediately I was just thinking of, words are different in different languages.
yeah.
I don't. It's funny. No one says my name correctly in different languages. In Spanish, I'm Mock.
Mo-
That's what I
That's
go
the
with,
that's
but-
the huge bonus about having my name is it remains the same across all languages. Though most people call me Shanye or some
Shanye,
weird
yeah.
they fuck it up.
Shanye. You've gotten Shanye
Literally all the time.
from like black people or what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
I swear to God. Do you not remember when I met Tanner Nicholson, a comic from Salt Lake, and he immediately was like, he read my name on accident as Shanye, and that like became a joke in the scene?
I think he was clowning on you. and
No,
you
he
didn't get
literally
it.
fucked it up.
Right. I don't know.
Dude, I've been called it all the time. Another Shayne is another one I get.
Shany.
Yeah.
I like to feminize your name.
Yeah.
That's on you though.
The Y throws people off.
Why don't we just put or I had a good idea for a product. I'm gonna start putting nicotine in toothpaste.
Oh, okay. I think that exists.
I don't think it does.
Is there not like Shantix toothpaste or whatever?
I looked it up.
Oh,
I
shit.
couldn't find any.
Here's what you do. You just smoke cigarettes and blow the smoke into the toothpaste. That's science.
That's mixing.
I
our
feel like you've done it.
you could just put tobacco flavored
just
toothpaste.
literally unroll cigarettes and put them in the toothpaste.
You just have to filter it after maybe. I don't know. You could make it. You could market it as all natural.
Just take chaw and put it in with the toothpaste.
Dude, you'd never stop brushing. Dude, this science shit is easy. Inventing stuff for Shark Tank, and I could do this all day.
Oh yeah, it's
Just
so
combining
fucking
two
easy.
things.
Exactly. For alcohol tampons, kids already invented that.
Yeah, that one kills people. Don't do that
Okay,
one.
maybe not that one. What about
alcohol tampon. What?
a gun that's also a camelback?
Oh,
So it's got a little drinking tube on it, so you can drink while you shoot.
I like that one.
Yeah, yeah.
A gun camelback.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. What about a hat that has sunglasses sewn onto it?
All right.
Yeah, I
no
did
one,
it.
No one's done that before.
A glove that has a gun sewn onto it.
I'm sensing a theme. In yours.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of my inventions are gun-centric.
Why don't we
A
invent?
knife with a gun on it.
Mine has a theme too, because I'm just like, how come we don't have nicotine water to,
Yeah, why are you?
to keep you hydrated?
You're not even addicted to cigarettes. Why are you so nicotine focused?
I have to come clean on the podcast. I quit vaping,
Oh,
and I feel like I feel worse. 'Cause
why did you quit? You were so into it. You bought so much
Dude,
stuff.
I bought so much stuff, and I was losing weight, and I was physically I felt better. Like
From vaping.
from my overall my body.
I think because you were vaping instead of snacking.
No, exactly. That's why I feel like trash again. I'm feeling
Yeah,
slow
you're
and
smashing
sluggish.
out chips.
But I can't vape because it started to give me a headache, and also I was too dumb to figure out the settings. It was like burning the back of my throat.
Oh my god! Did you think about just vaping less?
No,
You were just like, I'm a full-on addict or nothing.
dude. But it was like it wasn't giving me headaches like I was craving it. I quit, and that was it. Like I didn't have any cravings. My cravings just went back to food.
Damn. Do you have an oral fixation?
Yeah, gotta get a girlfriend. Figure that out.
Yeah.
Lose weight that way.
I lose weight when I have a girlfriend too, honestly. It is so funny that some people are the opposite. Dude, that girl who thought people were clowning on her, right? The girl who was like, "Why don't we call countries by their native names?"
Yeah, there was someone. Basically, my first thought was, how come? You know what? How come Spanish people don't call us the United States of America? They call us El Estados Unidos. That's not our name. Our name is the United States of America.
Well, yeah, every country,
You-
just like English isn't English in Hebrew, it's Anglit.
Yeah, but it's just like, why don't people speak our language? Like, it's just, that's what it is.
It's so fucking
They were
stupid.
making fun of her.
That shit. Tell me how you've never left the United States and can't speak another language without showing me. Just fucking.
Well, yeah, it's also just people. It's people coming with a hot take and then not thinking one step beyond it. Like,
I've done it. I've found the racism in
Yeah.
America.
well, if you have a take, just think about it from the opposite side, maybe. Like,
This is the
it was
thing.
so simple.
This is the thing. People, especially now that TikTok is popular, because TikTok, I think Twitter and Instagram have kind of, you're just like in your own little communities, but TikTok has really exposed, especially Americans, to like a global presence.
I like it.
And I do too. And I just see Americans, especially like woke Americans, getting fucking dunked on left and right by people in like India, by like people in Russia, by Slavic people, by people like all over the world. Are just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, the United States may do it this way, but it's not that way everywhere, you fucking idiot. And just like, it's that thing. Why don't we call it by the English name? It's like, you realize our languages are all different?
Yeah.
You fucking turd. If you never thought about the context of the world outside of your own country, it's called Deutschland. It's like, firstly, no one needs to respect Germany anyway.
Why not?
Because they like to earn it. You got to let them have that.
Okay.
We're waiting for them to, do that again.
Do you think that they're slowly building? I think Germany and Japan are slowly amassing for World War III. You know what it is?
Germany already made their army so that it's allowed to be an expeditionary force again.
You know what I think?
It's incredibly dangerous.
Me knowing nothing about history or world politics or anything going on, I think Germany and Japan are like, all right, we got cheated in World War II. So we're going to hang back, wait for America, China, and Russia to fuck each other up, and that's when we strike. And Italy will decide halfway through and still lose.
Italy will go 3 for 3 on World Wars, losing and winning both.
Yeah.
Dude, Germany is like the whole reason Russia stopped fucking going crazy in the Baltic, because Russia was like, doing border disputes in like all these other countries like Ukraine and stuff. And then Angela Merkel was like, Germany's back, baby, and then mobilized their army and everything. And the United States didn't do anything. And Japan actually protested. And Japan was like, Germany gets to have an army that's allowed to attack other countries, and we still have to have a defense force. And America was like, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're
too
keep
close.
making those cartoons, guys. You stay doing what you're doing. We'll just have all our naval bases. But Japan's right-wing military movement is going crazy.
What do you mean right wing?
They have like a right-wing nationalized, they want to like nationalize and mobilize the army so that it can attack China if they need to.
Oh, okay. Just, hey.
Yeah, that's a fucking thing. Every country has stuff going on.
They do. I love it.
In Japan, I get it. Japan's like in one of the like craziest political climates ever.
I was gonna
between
say,
like 3 different superpowers vying for control of their natural resources and oceans, and I mean that's how they got wild on the first place.
that are in the middle, that are geographically, they're all by themselves. Good for Japan for hanging on for so long. You feel like such a small country.
Yeah, I mean Japan, Britain, island nations wreck house.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think that they like are allowed, if they're left to their own devices, and they just war each other for X amount of time, and then by the time one person wins, the nationalization is so strong that they can easily mobilize and do what they need to do.
Do you think it's because they don't have borders they have to defend?
Well, that helps.
So it is like if you want to invade England, you gotta fly in, you gotta get boats. Whereas here in America, we gotta keep our eyes. People just walk into America. That's the problem.
Also, having a good navy helps. Japan didn't have one, but then they got one, and it was like the most powerful navy to ever exist until we were like, no, we're gonna go ahead and take the title.
Who do you think is gonna have the best space force?
I don't know. Probably us.
You think? Yeah, but
unless something bad happens
no,
soon.
I think Japan probably has a secret robot space force.
That would be so cool. They have a Gundam.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would be pro Gundam. Fuck it.
Gundam
Get crazy.
Wars?
Just shit on everybody.
That would be the way. I'm excited. Just I hope we start having space robot wars.
Dude, if we export the wars to space, collateral damage will stop being a thing, so that'll be cool.
I found out that there was a Mexican Gundam.
What?
There's a Gundam that like wears. There's a guy who wears a sombrero.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about in real life. I was like, a guy built a robot in Mexico?
I bet a guy in Mexico has built a robot.
Absolutely, there's a guy in Mexico with a robot, but I'm just saying that, of course,
Just
there
one
is.
guy.
Just one guy, but there's. You mean in like Gundam lore?
Yeah.
Okay,
I saw a
yes,
clip.
yes, there is. There's several Latin Gundam guys.
More progressive than The Simpsons.
Dude, yeah, Gundam's way more progressive than The Simpsons.
Oh man. I would love to fight. I feel like I would be a good mech warrior Gundam guy.
Yeah.
Just sitting at.
Mech warriors, they're like giant robots heat up. That's their big problem.
So it's like NASCAR.
It's like
kinda?
NASCAR. Yeah, they overheat and they get like and they like lose their minds in the robot because they're so scared. So they have to work on not ejecting, like World War I pilots.
Oh, okay.
Because World War I pilots were jumping out of their airplanes so often that they like stopped giving them parachutes.
Because it was such like brand new technology.
Yeah, they were just ditching the planes at the first sign of trouble, and they were like, "No, you ride this bitch down to the ground."
That's fair.
Yeah,
for both parties.
yeah.
I
And
get
then they
it.
started carrying pistols, and people were like, "Oh, cool! So you can defend yourself." And the pistols were not for that.
What? So you could shoot yourself
Yeah,
before you
yeah.
crash?
If your plane is caught on fire because it was canvas, you would just burn to death slowly before you even got to the ground.
No way. I would jump out with the gun.
Yeah? You would
And-
dive through the sky with a gun
Yeah.
on your way to death, but you would be shooting.
I'd be. Yeah, and I'd save the last bullet from. No, I think you're going to die anyways, but you might live with a bunch of broken bones.
True.
So I'd risk it.
Famously, there was a pilot in World War I that fell like some crazy, like 2,000 feet up. Like the maximum distance a plane could fly back then. He fell out of his plane and he survived.
That happens all the time.
Not all the time, but it has happened.
Happens all the time.
It's the bounce that kills you. So if you fall and you slide, you'll be all right.
Surviving skydiving accident.
Skydiving specifically, there was a woman who was a stewardess on an airplane,
yeah.
and her plane like ripped apart while she was in the sky, and it sucked her out, and everyone died but her, and she just landed in a mountain, and she fell like 30,000 feet, long enough that she was
Like knocked out.
she was
or-
airborne for like 2 minutes straight, thinking about how she was gonna die.
That's pretty fun.
Fucking dude, that is another level. To have enough time to be like, I don't know. When I was a kid, I used to imagine what the last thing I would want to think about before I die is.
It's probably oh fuck. Like you're not really.
No, I was obsessed with not wanting to think that. And
you were training yourself as a child.
Yes, I was training myself as a child. Unfortunately, that's the kind of childhood I had, where I was like really obsessed with the last thing I wanted to imagine before I died.
If I'm going to, you know what? I like where your child mind was at. I'm going to start training myself.
Yes.
So how would you train yourself? Was it like when your adrenaline spikes, force yourself to think of one thing?
Yeah, you just have to be focused, just like the way you train for combat or you train to box or whatever, so that you become like cold to the activity, and then you can maintain your professionalism. I mean, many people die professionally.
So my thing is I want to, if I'm facing death,
Yes.
train myself to get hard.
Yeah.
Think of boobs on the way down.
Oh.
So when I die, I have an erection and people are like, what the fuck?
Hell yeah, dude.
And then when rigor mortis kicks in, I'm even harder.
Nice.
And then I have to have a closed casket funeral. Do you think that's the reason they do closed casket from the chest down most of the time?
Because you're just hard. They just they just make it so that you're hard.
Dude,
Here's what I would do. If I died, I would tell the coroner before I died. I've already talked to him.
Just put it in your will.
I know, yeah. So I'm gonna be like, well, no, because I can't have my friends and family see it. It has to be secret. You'll see why.
Have your secret will.
So I'm gonna
have
be
your will, and then you have your secret will for your friends.
So my secret will that only one person allowed to see, and I have to trust them explicitly.
Yeah,
and then they're gonna ask the coroner. They're gonna be like, "Hey, Shayne wants a nude open casket, but add a couple inches." So when they stuff me or do whatever they do, what do coroners do? They fucking
embalm you.
Embalm me, yeah.
Yeah.
When they embalm me, I'm gonna be like, add like add 3 inches. Like, don't even like make it believable. Be ridiculous with it. And then so my friends and family are just gonna be like, you know what? Woo! They're gonna be so sad, but after the funeral, they're gonna be like, "Dude, Shayne was packing heat, though. Like, what the fuck?"
Do you think anyone's gotten like a breast implant after they died?
They're just like, pull it up, make them look good.
Yeah, like
also, your tits look really good when you lay down. Anyway,
they do, but why not make them bigger?
Exactly.
You're dead. You're going out.
You don't even have to do that because you could just get a really good bra.
Well, I was thinking you could do that, but also if you went the nude route. But why wouldn't you just stuff your pants if you're dead?
Oh, yeah.
Like a sock or something.
Yeah. Well, another thing, you don't even have to go nude. You could do it like, you could be like, oh, shit, the coroner's late to the open casket, and then he's rolling you out, and then he accidentally dumps you out, and your dick falls out. And he's like, oh, sorry, he's got a real hog. And then he, like, stuffs it away in front of everybody. Yeah. And everyone at the funeral's like, dude, Shayne had a 13-inch dick, and the guy's like, yeah.
Yeah, you had your chance when he was alive.
Yeah. Oh, well. And then one girl's like, I would have, and then that's when I descend from the ceiling. I'm still alive.
Oh, you Huckleberry Finn.
I Huckleberry Finned it. I couldn't help myself. I shouldn't have. I should have just been dead.
Dude, I think everyone should get one Huckleberry Finn.
When I was a kid, I was I would rewatch that scene with Jonathan Taylor Thomas in the movie over and over and over. I was so into it.
Seeing your own funeral?
Yeah. I don't know why. Because no one would have cared. Like, when I was a child, my brothers would have been bummed and no one else.
Yeah, because if you're a kid and you die, everyone has only nice things to say about you.
In my mind, my crush is going to be like, I loved him so much, just the same way as Huckleberry Finn, but my crushes didn't even know I was alive. I lived in a tiny town. There was like 20 people in my age group, and my crush still didn't know who I was.
Dude, let's do it. I want to do it. I want to fake my death for multiple reasons.
Dude.
Tax reasons, to fool my enemies, to get them within firing range.
That's so fun. Dude, once me and my brothers were trying to explore this like abandoned like mine, and I told my friend before I went down as a joke, but also kind of seriously, tell Rachel I love her, which was just like some girl I had a crush on. Can you imagine if the last thing I ever said when I was in like 8th grade was like, tell some girl who I've never even talked to I love her? God, I was so lame.
No, that's cool.
I was so girl crazy.
Yeah, we were in 8th grade. What are you talking about?
I mean,
how cool would it be if you're a girl and some kid died and he's like, he loved you, and you're just like, what the fuck?
I have a list of people for you to tell all my exes. He said you were the one, to hurt their feelings.
He told me that how would I swing this? Because you're dead, so I'm gonna try and sleep with all your exes.
Yeah, which is allowed.
Yeah,
if I'm dead, Ben Affleck me in Pearl Harbor for sure.
Was that happen?
But if I come back, I get to get back with her and raise your baby.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I don't know what the plot is.
Dude, that's the plot of Pearl Harbor.
Wait,
the plot of Pearl Harbor is that Ben Affleck can't read, and
I remember that.
Who's the other one? Let's just say I know it's not Matt Damon, but we're gonna say it's Matt Damon. So Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are pilots for no reason, and Ben Affleck can't read, but he's still a pilot somehow because Matt Damon taught him.
Yeah.
And then Ben Affleck falls in love with the hottest girl. I'm gonna rewatch this movie maybe tonight.
Okay.
I love Pearl Harbor unironically. So he falls in love with this girl. It's so romantic. They get together, and then he's like, "Oh, I gotta go fight the Nazis in Britain because America was loaning Britain pilots to fight the Battle of Britain." Ben Affleck gets shot down and dies. Matt Damon is like, I'm so sorry that my best friend and your boyfriend died. And then they fall in love, and Matt Damon starts piping Ben Affleck's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck.
Isn't this the plot of
so many
War
things.
and Peace?
Yeah. So it also happened. Yes.
And that's why the term "all's fair in love and war,"
yes.
because if your buddy's dead, it's you get it's not part of bro code.
Yeah,
because he's dead.
yeah. And I'm giving you the pass if I die.
Yeah.
I will come back. I'm not dead, but you can still do it.
All right.
So then,
if you were dead, it still counts. If you come back, then
I can't be stopped.
No, once you come back, then bro code is
enacted.
It's turned on again.
Turned on,
but it's not retroactively while you were dead.
Yeah. So Ben Affleck then is like, "Hey, I swam. I'm alive. I didn't die.
Oh, okay.
A tugboat saved me before I drowned in the channel, the English Channel." And then she's like, "Oh, actually, I'm pregnant with Matt Damon's baby."
Okay.
and they're like, oh no, and then Pearl Harbor happens,
Oh.
and so they're like, we got to put a pin in this because of the war. And then after that, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon volunteer for a mission to bomb Tokyo. They attack Tokyo back, and then they crash land in China, and then Matt Damon gets shot to death.
Okay.
And then Ben Affleck goes back, and he's like, I'll continue fucking you, I guess. And she's like, you know what, dude? So honestly, it's a movie about how a girl gets to pipe two best friends with no consequences. It's a pretty cool.
So wait,
for her.
And then he raises his.
Yeah,
dead...
he raises, and they name him after
Oh,
Matt
of
Damon.
course. What would you?
Yeah.
You can't not name.
Well, and then that's the whole point of the movie is like God actually fucking put the baby into her so that he could continue living, and then Ben Affleck gets to keep his friend in his son. Now.
I always love when people explain miracles. Like,
oh yeah,
like that. It's like God allowed your grandma to be horrifically maimed by that pit bull. So then,
yeah.
Wait, go back.
Hold on. What did God do in the first place?
God gave this 6-year-old girl cancer, horrific brain cancer, and it's just like it's all part of his plan. It's like, all right, well, cool. Thanks for the lesson.
Oh, did I mention that Alec Baldwin is in Pearl Harbor and helps bomb Japan?
Does he really?
Yeah.
Is he good in it?
He's Doolittle, the famous commander who comes up with the plan to bomb Japan.
Alec Baldwin kills it in some things, and then in real life he gets in a lot of fist fights or something.
He's I don't know
is
what
he
is
saying racist stuff.
He's kind of insufferable. No, I don't think he's racist. I just think he's like this insufferable, like full of himself kind of guy.
Oh, okay.
In some instances, and then in other instances, like he did the last season of 30 Rock for free so that they could finish it, and people were like, "Oh, that's so nice of you," but then. I don't know. I truly don't know what's up with him. He's a Baldwin. Who knows?
I'm gonna give him the pass. Say he's pretty cool.
And then
unless he's like horrific.
Man, who's the lady in Pearl Harbor? She's literally like as pretty as. She's like a real life Disney princess. It's fucking crazy how good looking she is.
Pearl Harbor. The attack on Pearl Harbor was a surprise. Oh, this isn't going to tell me.
That's not going to teach you anything.
I got the Wikipedia.
Oh, by the way, who's the guy that plays Radio? So Radio is there.
Cuba Gooding?
No, Radio. The character Radio is on the ship, the USS Arizona. No, he's not on the Arizona. The Arizona's destroyed.
Cuba Gooding Jr. doesn't play Radio?
No, Cuba Gooding Jr. is Radio. I'm just saying it's funnier to imagine the character Radio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Cuba Gooding Jr. is on another battleship, and people are doing racism at him during the love story. Yeah. And they're just like, you're a black. You can't be in the Navy. Shuck potatoes. And it's like, yeah, I mean, accurate, kind of. Fuck the United States, especially in the 1940s. So they're like, and then at one point while the Japan's attacking, Cuba Gooding Jr. is like, fuck being a chef, and he gets onto an anti-aircraft gun, and he like shoots down some planes and wins the a Distinguished Service Cross. In real life, a guy really did win the cross, but that's going on during the movie too.
I wasn't listening. Kate Beckinsale or Jennifer Gardner?
Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
Kate Beckinsale's the hottest person, and
You think?
She dated Pete Davidson, which knocks her down several pegs, and that's unfortunate.
Wait, she dated?
Yeah, she dated Pete Davidson. That's real, and that's fucking gross and terrible. But it also means I have a chance.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It also means I have a chance because I've never met someone who thought Pete Davidson was hot that didn't think I was hot, and that's why it's a huge red flag if you like Pete Davidson.
Is she single? Let's look up if Kate Beckinsale.
Should I slide?
Yeah, does she have social media?
Dude, every person who's famous I've ever slid for has been like, absolutely not. I would never in my life.
What do you mean?
Because I've like had conversations with like, more popular women, and they are just like, oh, you're a loser. Like I get to be a regular Shayne to them, and regular Shayne is a fucking loser. Like you know what I mean? Like they have millions of dollars and like all the clout in the world.
They're A-listers.
Yeah, I know. Well, not all of them, but
dude, I'm about to show you a picture, and this puts her in my team. Not yours.
Let's see it. Is she smoking? Is that what it's gonna be?
Kate Beckinsale pulls down her face mask to smoke cigarettes after a gym session. Oh my God, she's a 10 out of 10 for me. She's going to the gym. She's pulling down her mask. She's smoking in her car. I love her. I stan Kate Beckinsale. She's so hot. Damn, 47. Good for her.
She's 47.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I would marry her.
Yeah, she smokes too. Still looks like that. She's invincible.
Yeah. Well, she's probably just has people slather stem cells on her.
That's the secret.
That is the secret. I can't believe she dated Pete's younger than I am.
Do you,
No one said anything.
Who's that magician comedian?
Remember when Kate Beckinsale groomed Pete Davidson? Who's the magician? Which one?
The famous fat guy. They had a documentary about him.
The Amazing Jonathan.
Yeah. So they talked about it. He had a whole crazy documentary.
Yeah.
You should go watch it. It's really interesting. But my favorite part about that was how he chopped off like his toe, like his big toe sometime in his life. And he went down to Mexico and bought Mexican stem cells, just because everywhere, healthcare around the world is just like, oh yeah, you got a problem? Here you go. Everything's like Tylenol and you can buy it, where our healthcare just fucking sucks.
Yeah, they try to keep it from us to force us into a system where they can make more money.
Yeah, and so he was buying Mexican stem cells, and I don't know what you'd use stem cells for normally. He was just rubbing them on his like big toe, and his toe grew back.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he was a crazy guy. And so now I'm like, what are the possibilities? Do you think you could chop your dick in half and extend it?
Oh,
Stem cell? What is that?
okay.
What is that surgery from Gattaca where they chop your legs?
And then make you taller?
Yeah, they make you taller. But
Isn't that a real thing?
That is
people
a
get
real
done?
thing.
Oh
And
God,
I think some billionaire died recently. Again, we should have a
French billionaire, right?
We should have a segment. No, that was the last time I was talking about a billionaire who died in a helicopter crash.
Okay.
But I'm thinking we should start a segment of funny billionaire deaths. I want to say someone in the world died recently because they got the leg lengthening surgery. No
way. That's fucking crazy, dude. Listen, if you're a short king, be a short king. Who fucking cares?
You say that, but imagine being short.
I can. Dude, you know me. I hang out with huge dudes that are bigger than me all the time.
Yeah, but they're also wider than you. Those guys are literal boulders.
Yeah, and they can fuck me up. I know what it's like to just everyone I hang out with is bigger than me.
Let's see. The leg lengthening surgery death.
I guess that's not exactly a one-for-one creation, but still, I know what it's like to like feel insignificant physically compared to my peers all the time. I don't know. I guess it's not that way with women, though, and that's probably where most short guys are like struggling. It's not because they care what other men think of them.
Yeah, women
They care what women think. That's why it's so funny when women are like, we don't care what you think. It's all about us. It's like, oh, we care about you, though. Oh, yeah, we do. We definitely do. It's like, absolutely we do. You can go ahead and not care about us, but we do care.
I want to get finger lengthenings. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, how do I sell stem cells? What do I use them for?
I mean,
I guess I could inject them in my back.
What if I probably need them in my back to help my discs. Or what if I rub them in my eyes? You think they fix my eyesight?
They probably will. I want to smoke stem cells. See how high I get. Just inject them into my brain.
Put them on toast and eat them.
That has to help.
Something, for sure. What if it just makes your butthole iron, just steel?
It already is, but why would you?
Whoa, is it?
Yeah.
Come on.
What do you
How
mean,
would you
come
even
on?
know? What are you testing on it?
My Mexican diet? What are you talking about? I know. One, you know how people are like, I ate fast food and I got diarrhea. That's like, what's wrong with your body?
Yeah, that's me too. I'm
Everyone's like,
oh, you're not training hard enough.
Dude, that's like a very open mic joke people always do. I'm like, I ate Del Taco and I got diarrhea. And it's like, really? You ate a normal fast food? You ate cheese and meat and some grain and it gave you diarrhea? You had a little bit of spice and your body shut down?
Dude, day 2 of the apocalypse, you die.
Yeah.
You die immediately.
Dude. I've eaten raw meat, like raw ground beef while camping and all that
Yes.
stuff. Like drank lake water, just done horrific things in the Boy Scouts that I probably shouldn't have. Never got sick.
Dude, raw liver.
I think that's why I don't get sick from fast food. So maybe
Animal heart. Just fucking whatever.
Have you seen those guys?
Lake water's the egregious one. That's
No,
the
that one-
really rough one that I've also done.
That's the one that I think if you drink too much, you get giardia, and that's where you get diarrhea for a month.
Yeah, that's no good. It's no good.
Just expose yourself to a little bit of giardia. Immunize your...
Well, you got to be gross. That's why, I guess, that's why people who live in between, you got to live in New York or you got to live in the country. You've got to be drinking lake water and eating raw meat and fucking like freezing to death almost while you're playing games.
You have to be rubbing dirt in your wounds.
Yeah. And,
or be licking, or not licking, but like, how many times do you ride the subway, touch stuff?
Exactly.
And then you like get food and you haven't washed your hands because like, why would I wash? What?
Well, some people in New York are really weird about that. I went on a date with a girl who was like, we rode the subway and then afterwards she was like, don't sit on my bed. And like made me shower before, not to have sex. We didn't have sex.
Wait, she made you shower? What'd she do with your clothes?
What? I don't remember. She gave me new clothes to wear though. She was like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting us to," because she was like, "Oh, the date went so well. Let's hang out at my place and watch a movie." And I thought she wanted to sleep with me. And even then, I wasn't completely sold on sleeping with her. But I was like, I will go to her place and hang out. We went and hung out. She made me shower. I put on like sweatpants and stuff she had for me.
I have a question.
Yes.
Whenever you are showering at a place, it could be like a girl you've known for a long time, like you're friendly with, but you're like, you're just like a little bit attracted to your. This is something I always do. I've never locked the bathroom door.
Yeah, of course
because
not. Just in case they want to come in.
Just in case. Because I'm not like creepy, like, look, I'm naked, I'm in here.
Yeah,
but it's just like
the possibility is hot.
The porn scenario in my head. I'm like, gotta make sure that bathroom door is unlocked, just in case.
Yeah. I'm with you, dude. I'm with you.
Why is that? I've been in that situation a dozen times.
Every time I leave it unlocked.
And I'm always just like, I'm in here taking a shower. Maybe I'll take an extra 5 minutes just in case.
Yeah. I'm not kidding. Every time. Has it ever worked?
Not yet, but...
Oh, okay. It's worked for me with like people I'm dating.
No, but
even early in the relationship when it's still when you've had sex and it's still kind of exciting, the idea that they might surprise you.
I was saying someone you've never slept with.
That's also fun. I do it too.
Yeah, when you're dating someone, you always leave it unlocked.
But I mean, even then, it doesn't always work. People aren't as fun as they think they are.
But it's something I've thought about. I'm just like,
every time, baby, dude. Even at your friend's house, his mom is home, and you're like,
dude, yes.
You're like. If she wants it, she could get it. You're like 13, believing, dude, believing.
Maybe like they have a weird cousin that comes over.
Oh, dude, do you remember? Did you have any guy friends that did have like a cousin or something?
Their sister?
Dude, no, I never had a friend who had a hot sister. For weirdly enough, but I had lots of friends who had like a cousin that would visit in the summer and shit, and I was like. Not their friend, and then the summer would come around and I would just be like hanging out around. They'd be like, "What are you doing here? Don't you live like 15 miles away?" And I'm like, "I just like to ride my bike."
Yeah, just over.
What are you up to?
Oh, hey, Stacy, didn't know.
Yeah.
Didn't know you would come in to town August the 13th, 8 p.m. Like
exactly. I mean, I did convert into a weird sex encounter once that way.
How?
I slept with my friend's aunt.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was a kid, his aunt was younger than him.
Okay, but
I was like,
but I'm saying like, how did it go down?
I think we were both like 15, 16.
Nice.
But we didn't have sex. How did it go down? I went to his place. I went to his farm, and he was like, fucking feeding his pigeons and doing some other stuff. And I was like, let me hang out. I'm bored. And he was like, what are you doing here? But he didn't care. He's whatever. And so we hung out, and I knew she was there. And then she came back from like riding 4-wheelers with the family. And they were staying in like, the parents were staying in the house, and then they had a camper, and all the kids were like camping out, having a good time outside.
Oh, okay.
You know? And I remember this specifically because she asked me if I wanted to watch her pee. And I was like, even back then I was like, when the most horny 15-year-old possible, and another 15-year-old like, do you want to watch me pee? And I was in my mind I was like, no, but my body, my mouth said whatever you want, like yes, whatever you want. And she made me watch her pee, and then we hung out, and then later she's like, you can what did she say? She said, you can jack off onto me. And then she ended up helping out with that, but it was so weird. Very teenage, like neither of us knew what we were doing. So weird, and that was like her boundary. I was like,
it is
whatever.
fun when you're a teenager and they're just like, you want to touch your penis to my face, like you're trying.
Yeah.
You're like, instead of just be like, hey, you want to fuck? Like you're hot. Like you want to do this? You gotta like come up with like a weird scenario, like I said, keeping your bathroom door unlocked.
Yeah. No,
But
those are
it's
the things.
just
Like, wouldn't it be wild if you did this? And
like,
I'd be like, I will.
Do your nipples look weird? Mine looks weird. What do yours look like?
That's a good one. Damn. I almost wish it was still like that sometimes.
You can make it like that.
You could, but
I
it's so much better to just be clear and communicate.
I think people don't like it when you try and make it weird like that.
Yeah.
Are you trying to see my nipples? Like, yes, but it's fun to like. It's more fun when you.
It's fun to do that in text.
Oh, okay.
To be like weird,
to be
like
coy,
that.
I guess
to be
is the
coy, yeah. Because then it's like it's really safe for them, and they don't have to feel pressured. When you're in person, you might make someone legitimately uncomfortable.
That's the risk.
Yeah. But she made me watch her pee, and I remember being like, I am not into this. And then later, she was like, you can jack off onto me, and I was like, I will be doing that.
Do you feel? Because I feel like the boomers or the greatest generation, they were like blowjobs. Or like they called them Hummers, because to even be to even say a blowjob, that term hadn't been invented yet. To the idea of a woman putting her hand on a man's penis was, this is so unthinkable.
Funny.
But it's like I feel like the kids are not all right because I see so many people with piss kinks on TikTok.
So
and like
wild.
what our generation was kind of. Boomers were like, yo, you don't sex? Never. We don't have sex.
They were the grossest though. They statistically fucked more than us.
Oh, they did because the baby. Oh no, the generation before them.
No, they fucked so it went hippies went wild. Then the two generations after were super chill. Then our parents in the 80s, boomers, went nuts. Even during the AIDS epidemic, they were fucking like crazy. And then Gen X was kind of like started to chill out. And then our generation fucks way less than boomers statistically.
Do you think it's because
we're staying married longer too?
Do you think it's the whole Christian like don't have sex thing makes sex better? Like I've been saying.
I think it's a cyclical thing too.
Yeah, now that sex is so normalized and everyone talks about it, it's so open and accessible. Everyone's like, I don't even want it.
Yeah, we all made it to our 30s and we were just like,
no, I'm
whatever.
saying probably even teens these days.
Oh yeah,
like,
we were way less crazy than our parents, and now Gen Z, they're the crazy people again.
Oh, you think they're crazy?
Yeah, now I think it's come all full circle. We're back to whatever they're in. They're peeing. They're doing it too much. It's gross. I don't know though. This is all conjecture. I have no idea.
I just see a lot of girls online with piss kinks, and I never see guys.
There are. I mean, I've never had a friend who was a guy be like, "You into piss?" But I've had lots of girls ask me about it, so that is interesting.
Gross.
Girls it's so funny because girls who think I'm gonna be grossed out or mean to them about it are always like, "Before I say this, it just feels warm. It's nice. It's what do they say? It's sanitary, more sanitary than you think." What is the word for what piss is? Because it doesn't sterile, yeah. They're like it's sterile, and I'm just like,
here's my thing.
You know what they're gonna say before they even say it, because you're like, oh, okay.
Here's my thing. One, if a girl wants to do that with me, I'm gonna tell her that's absolutely disgusting. And two, yes, I will do it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
also,
so
if I was in love with you, as we've said
not even
before,
if I'm in love with you.
If I care about you and how you feel, I'll pee on you. Yes.
But back to the lady you were dating. She made you shower because you sat on the subway.
Yeah.
Was she also sitting on the subway?
Yeah, she showered too.
Did you shower together?
No. I didn't have sex with her. I didn't
That's
even
what
make
I
out
was
with
like.
her.
That's
As
so
soon as she
odd.
made me do that, I felt really uncomfortable, and I was no longer attracted to
She
her.
made you feel uncomfortable.
Yes.
That's-
Well, and here's the
that gives me like German scientist serial killer vibes.
Yes, and she wasn't even that clean. Is the thing? Like her house looked like our house. It was just organized,
Whoa,
but it
whoa,
wasn't
whoa,
like
whoa.
deep cleaned.
We've
Our
been-
house is like
We've been
medium
complimented.
Okay. No, we've never been complimented. Do you not know the backhanded compliments women give
I
us?
do. I know.
They say,
I know they're back.
Oh, your place is clean for a couple guys.
I know. I noticed that, but I take that as a compliment.
It's
I'm
still-
like, wow, you sure have dated a bunch of losers.
I know. I just love that women are so like unaware of the fact they're giving us a backhanded compliment because
No,
we've gotten it from literally every woman who's ever come in
I
here.
take it as they're backhanding themselves. Because
Yeah. Obviously, they're hanging out with fucking losers.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, that's always like, wow, every guy before you has been more disgusting. So, and I'm like, wow, that's really sad.
No, it's a huge bummer because I put very little effort into this. Just a modicum of effort.
Are you just fucking on piles of trash? Because we've cleared out a space here.
Yeah, we have a.
we push the
broomed
trash.
it.
We push the trash into a corner.
That's just so funny. So will you make me fuck in the trash corner? No, we can actually fuck on the bed.
Wow,
That's on a frame. Some woman's just like amazing.
Dude, women need to raise their standards.
Yeah, just withhold the pussy. What are you doing, ladies? Just like how I wouldn't fuck the girl who was too weird because I was like, no, I'm not gonna sleep with you even though it's clear you want to sleep with me because you're making me uncomfortable. And also, I don't want to be romantically involved with someone who's just like that wound tight about life.
She had the chance when she could have invaded the bathroom because the door was
That
unlocked.
was her one chance. Cool, because that would have been like really like spontaneous and crazy and kind of would have changed my opinion. But when someone's so just like sanitary and like not and like risk averse and just like, dude, live your fucking life. What are you doing? I get that people are weird about germs, but I hate it. I could never be with someone like that. Oh, so by this logic, I know we're never going to have sex in a car, in public, in nature. We're never going to I'm going to have to wash my hands in every situation. Like, get the fuck out of here. This is weird. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And so what movie did we watch? And I hated it. She made me watch a scary movie, and I was like, I didn't like it.
You weren't scared?
No, I don't get scared at scary movies usually. I just think they're bad. It was one of those ones. It was like one of the Purge movies, and I was just like, "This sucks."
Should have watched Human Centipede or something.
I remember her getting close to me and like putting her hand on the couch as if for me to reach out and grab it, and I remember specifically thinking, "Fuck you."
What if she was just like? What if she was? What if she's so sheltered that you were like, she's still dating like a teenager?
No, a lot of girls are. They're just weird like that. Or
so-
not girls, but guys, dude, there
Yeah.
are guys like that too. You hang out with and they're just like asking you weird questions and you're like, dude, listen, we don't have to fuck each other in the ass. Like if we're going to hook up, there's other stuff we can do. Like don't grill me over this.
Dude, I haven't been on it because of like COVID and my Volcel choices. I haven't been on a date in forever, so the first one I'm gonna be on, I'm gonna have I still have all my talking skills and like that, whatever that is. But
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be. I can't do any of the dating games where you're like, oh, I put my hand here, or like, oh, this. I'm just gonna be like, hey, I either have to be like, well, that was fun and leave the date, or just be like, so do you want to fuck, or like just autistically plow my way through the dates, just to be.
It's like that James Bond movie where the dude's like doing karate to get through the door, and then James Bond just goes right through it.
Oh, he
instead
runs
of-
through the paper walls.
Yeah.
That's the best James Bond movie.
It is.
It's the
Casino
second.
Royale.
No,
That's the first one.
What?
Yeah, he's trying to catch the bomb maker in Africa. And then that bomb maker is making bombs. And
so you're talking about the first Daniel Craig one.
Yeah.
Where they're doing the parkour.
And
and
he's doing all the fancy parkour, and
Yeah,
James
yeah.
Bond is just muscling his way through.
He blows through the sheetrock.
Yes.
I was thinking that was I've seen a movie where that they run through the paper walls in Japan a bunch.
Oh, okay. I
So
don't know
I
what
thought-
that is.
I don't know. The best James Bond movie is the second. Not Pierce. What's his name? Sean Connery. The second one from
Is that Goldfinger?
No, that's the second one is the one in Japan. You only die twice, I think. It has no memorable Bond villains, no memorable girls. Maybe Dr. No's in it. But it has an underground volcano base with,
Okay,
with
good.
ninjas.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's sick.
And that's all you need.
Yeah, that really is all you need, especially as a kid. I never liked any of the Sean Connery movies. The only Sean Connery movie I like is The Rock.
That one's so good.
We should. You know what we should do? You know what I want to do? No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy every Michael Bay movie and marathon them.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dip out after The Rock. But
Okay.
Can you
Not
believe?
Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, I'm gonna dip out after The Rock.
Oh.
Do you know The Rock is Michael Bay's first
Yeah,
director?
dude, he
came,
knocked it out of the
he
fucking park.
came out swinging.
Hard as shit with Nick Cage and Sean Connery, dude. That's such a good Nick Cage movie too.
That's one of those movies where it's like your first movie was one of the best movies ever. Sorry, everything sucks from then on.
No, he did Bad Boys and he did
Not as good as The Rock.
Bad Boys is unironically good, and then he did Pearl Harbor and Armageddon, which are ironically good. They're very bad, and I love them. And then Transformers also.
Those are all not. Those aren't cinema like The Rock.
Yeah,
The Rock
yeah.
should be in the Smithsonian.
I
the Library of Congress.
genuinely for real love Michael Bay.
Yeah,
like,
I know you do.
All of his stuff is good, and a lot of people are like, and it's like, well, no, because I accept what it is.
No, you.
I go in knowing what it is, and I want a movie about astronaut oil drillers saving the world, and they cry. Oh fuck yeah! There's a gun in space for no reason. Get me in here, dude.
This is why we don't watch a lot of movies together, because
Yes.
I'm like, wait, I need it to be a weird black and white science fiction movie from in a different language. It has to
Yeah.
be some Criterion bullshit, and you're just like,
I just want.
did Michael Bay direct it? No, I'm not watching it.
I know. I need Bruce Willis to be Ben Affleck's adopted father
In every movie.
In every movie, dude. I need it. Can I just tell you, I've seen the movie Armageddon. Oh, dude. Because I used to watch it with my kids when I worked with disabled kids. We watch like once a week. I've literally seen it over 100 times, and I could watch it right now and still cry. It gets me, man. Love that movie.
Did your disabled clients also cry?
No, they didn't get it. They were Philistines. They didn't get how emotional and powerful it was. Though I will say the movie that made us all cry together was Rock-a-Doodle-Doo.
What happens in Rock-a-Doodle-Doo? That's been
just very
forever since I've
emotional.
seen
It's just
that.
an emotional roller coaster.
I only remember the beginning. I feel like Rock-a-Doodle-Doo is one of those movies I used to watch the first part of as a child when my family was holiday shopping.
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
My mom and sister were off at some corner of Sears, and my dad was looking at tools, and I'm just like, I'm gonna be in the media section, waiting for my turn to play the Super Nintendo.
So you're just standing with your hands behind your back,
yeah.
looking at a TV.
just cranking my neck way too. I'm fucking 4 years old.
Yeah,
I always
remember.
I hated those kids who would just play the same Nintendo level. It's like, when is it my turn?
Yeah.
There's no rules in public.
Their parents would come, let this kid have a turn, and you're just like, about fucking time.
Yeah.
Jesus. But then you don't have parents, so you get to stay on as long as you want.
No, I'd play, and then my parents would be like, let's go. So you got the true.
Yeah,
you
I'm
were
the
kid.
I am the kid, dude. And the other kids are my brothers run interference. Yeah, but that rarely happened. When we went to Walmart, it was a huge fucking deal. Like
Really?
twice a year. Because we had to drive all like 3.5 hours to get to Walmart.
Dude, here's the horror of suburbia. We would go to Walmart as teenagers at like 3 a.m. because it was the only thing to do.
Yes, I do remember that when I moved to Cedar City, which is a town with a Walmart.
Yeah.
We would literally be like, what do you want to do? I don't know. And you hang out at Walmart like it's the mall.
That's fucking.
And then you run into girls. Dude, I met my ex-wife at Walmart.
Damn, suburban life.
Yeah,
sucks.
dude. And our first date was Walmart based. I went and got coloring books for us and crayons, and then we colored, and then and for a little bit, and then we had sex to Tosh.0. This is the American love story.
How romantic.
I know. I'm an incredibly romantic individual. And then she still thought it was a good idea to marry me. Incredible.
I take her side.
Listen, the fact that she did it gives me a lot of hope for the future. So congrats to her for she's the one thing standing between me and being completely black-pilled. Truly, honestly. What do we, did you ever play pretend when you were a kid?
What do you mean pretend?
Like
imagining shit or what?
Yeah, just like straight up you and your friends. Like,
did you have an imagination as a child?
Dude,
nope.
some people don't.
You don't think
Dude, I know a lot of people, and I don't want to say girls, but a part of me
okay.
but like a lot of people who never played like full on pretend, like
like Cowboys and Indians,
yes,
or like
yes,
pretending
yes,
to
yes, where you're running around. I've met a few people like, well, I mean, usually when I'm meeting people, it's through like dating, when I'm like meeting new people. So that's why my opinion is, it's girls. It's not. You meet people and you're like, hey, did you ever do this? And they're like, what? And you're like, you didn't just like imagine? You didn't have like a game where all of you just like imagined together as a team?
Yeah, normally it's Cowboys and Indians or the military guys or like cops and robbers.
Well, in whatever movie. Like me and my brothers used to play Twister.
You used to play. Was one kid the Twister?
No, but we would just pretend we were
around.
hunting storms and the Twister was like coming.
Yeah, no.
We did shit like that all the time. We also played Hook all the time. That was really fun. That was one of our favorites.
I did do that.
Okay, cool. But the reason I thought about it is because when I used to work with disabled kids, we would watch movies like Armageddon, and then the kids would be like, I want to do, and then we would play pretend.
Space.
Yeah, and I was like the only staff member who ever played pretend with the kids, and I was just like, because the other staff members were cringed out to play pretend,
no.
but I do not care. I would play pretend, and I would bring the game to public. I don't give a shit. We literally went to grocery shopping all the time playing pretend. We would just be astronauts at the grocery store all the time.
Dude, I only play pretend when I'm dating someone, and I'm like, imagine me as Fabio, or like
imagine my dick is 3 inches bigger than it is.
I'm a pirate, and I'm stealing you.
But you want it
because no, that's a role playing, right?
Yeah.
So people still play pretend.
It's not the same.
It's not the same as doing it in public with sticks and as guns and
all
right.
It's fun. I mean, I play pretend on like a different level. That's like when we were talking about how I like to go to Disney and like get into it. Yeah. So I still play pretend in a almost serious way.
I like to have fun in an adult way where I just drink a bunch and then go ride roller coasters and cry. No one can see you cry on a roller coaster.
The kind of fun you have is very passive.
Yeah.
You like to just be around the fun.
I do.
Absorb it into your body.
I'm an observer of fun.
You are. And I'm like, me and my friends Stuart and Andrew broke into the public water slide with swords on, pretending to be on some kind of mission, and then we went down the water slide in the middle of the night and got arrested because we wanted to play pretend.
Yeah.
That's
why don't you pretend not to get arrested?
Has
that ever worked?
Dude. And then Stuart fell while we were running from the cops, and he fell on his sword, and it like cut him.
Oh my god!
And the cops followed his trail of blood to get him.
You were running with swords, and the cops didn't shoot you.
They didn't know we had swords. It was dark. It was like pitch black. So we weren't running from them, like they weren't chasing us. We were running from where they were looking for us. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then they found us, from context clues. And there was no way for us to get away because it was at night and we were the only people out. What we should have done, which was my plan, is I said we should just go into someone's house.
With swords.
Just wait until the cops were not in the area, and then we just leave.
You pretend a little too hard.
Or just go into someone's yard. The thing is, everyone has dogs in suburbia, so if you try to hide in someone's yard and they have a dog, you're screwed. Especially if you have a sword and they see you, they could shoot you. That's another one you got to watch out for.
Yeah, guns are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Guns and dogs. I would like to train a dog to shoot a gun.
Okay.
Has that happened yet?
No, but I love that isn't there that dog on TikTok they pretend can talk and they have it push buttons?
Yeah.
It's not real, but I hate to bum everyone out, but the dogs are not that smart or self-aware, just simply not.
They're not like Nim Chimpsky.
No, Nim Chimpsky can't even talk. That's
yes,
also
he can.
No, he can't. Me eat banana, eat banana, me eat banana, eat banana, eat banana, me eat banana.
Yeah, that's better.
Wow.
I understood what you want.
Nim, you're incredible.
Nim Chimpsky, he probably has
dogs. That's the equivalent of a dog pawing you, and because he knows it's dinner time.
No, but Nim Chimpsky was using sign language.
Nim Chimpsky. Damn.
But a dog cannot sign.
Well, the dog can push the button when he's hungry.
No, but
hamsters push the button when they're hungry.
and I'm saying sign language is the next level. So, anyways,
Animals can't. But anyway, yeah, you could teach a dog. You could have the gun dog on TikTok. That would be fun. What kind of dog? What kind of dog do we teach to shoot a gun?
it has to be a smart dog. So,
Not a dog with a flat face. Those are all the dumbest dogs.
they're dying. There's no oxygen getting to their dog
they can't
brain.
get any oxygen in their brain.
I think a German Shepherd would be a good.
Probably. He's got bad hips, but he can think good.
Yeah.
Well, he needs the gun because his hips are bad.
I think we could train a dog to shoot a gun.
What if let's go with a mixed breed because
You don't
pure
trust-
breeds are. I don't trust pure breeds, and also I don't want to contribute to the culture
Of
where we
German-
breed dogs.
I thought you didn't trust German Shepherds specifically. Did that happen? Does Joe Biden have a German Shepherd? Did it bite someone?
Yeah, a bit of Secret Service agent.
Do you think dogs can sense what people are up to? And I'm one of those people that's like, yeah, that pit bull bit that kid, but what was that kid up to? Like,
Yeah, sometimes.
so what happened with do you know?
I have no idea.
Oh man, all I know is that Joe Biden's dog. Does he have multiple dogs or
He
just
has
the one?
two, I think.
Sure. Sorry. Should I save this for your other podcast, your political podcast?
No. Oh, yeah. Is it a political issue and the Secret Service agent got bit? No, but a lot of people were like, yeah, Joe Biden's not going to put the dog down. It's like, how bad did it bite the Secret Service
Dude,
agent?
I've been
Damn.
bitten by
He
dogs.
has insurance. Fuck it. As long as it didn't bite his face. Getting bit. I mean, listen, I've been attacked by dogs, and I have a legit fear of big dogs. If I don't know them, I'm really sketched out until I get to know them, and even then, I always respect dogs.
You know.
Dogs are not your friend. They are never your friend.
I had to climb a tree once because an Alaskan Malamute was like just barking and biting at me.
Dude, fuck that.
And I'm just like, I get it, dogs. I've been bitten, not by a big dog, but I've had dogs kind of bite me. I'm not like one of those people who put down a dog. I think
It depends on the dog.
we should just release all the dogs that have a taste for human blood. We should release them into, how about North Dakota? No one's going there, and we should have just a giant pack of dogs.
Super pack.
Yeah, that are just out for human blood.
Hell yeah.
Maybe we should release them on borders to protect borders we don't want people to cross. How about just a wall of dogs
At the Canadian border.
At the Canadian border.
Yes. Keep those fucking maple leaves out.
The fucking leaves.
All right, everyone. If you're in Canada, you should give us
Kill
$5.
yourself. Oh, sorry. No.
You should subscribe to our patreon.com/cowboyboys. That's patreon.com/cowboyboys. We put out 2 episodes every time we record an episode, and if you pay $5, you can have that extra episode, and you also support us.
Dude.
And we need it.
I don't think the dog wall should not go up in between America and Canada. The dog wall should honestly go up between America and Florida.
Yes.
That's,
to protect us from Florida. That's true. The dog wall. I love that. That's a good name. The dog wall. Dude, now we get to save dogs. We protect ourselves from Florida.
1, dogs love nothing more than having jobs.
True. They're very fulfilled by tasks.
Exactly.
Dogs love tasks.
We just have dog patrols. You airdrop treats if they bite the right people.
You airdrop them, yeah. Just
I
have
guess
little drones fly down.
Biting people is their treat if you train them to bite people.
True. But you
Damn.
can also give them treats. Well, they'll be good boys. We'll take care of them.
There are no bad dogs.
There are no bad dogs. There's only people in the dog's way.
Yeah. You cannot put human morality onto a dog's life.
That's my whole thing when people get mad at me for not trusting dogs, even though I love them.
You don't trust them on a human level.
Yeah, because they're dogs. They're animals. And I think it bothers me when people are like, no, not my dog. And it's like, yeah, your dog. Every single person who's ever had a dog bite a baby or a toddler or whatever, or fuck a person up, thought the same thing you thought before their dog bit someone for the first time. Dogs are wild animals. They are animals. You cannot control them.
We just are really good at training them.
We are just really, yeah, and some dogs go their whole lives without ever making a mistake. And let me tell you, some dogs, 8 years deep, the sweetest, kindest dog in the world, and at one hot day, it just fucking bites someone's face, dude. It happens all the time.
I agree with you, but I don't think a golden retriever has ever harmed.
That's not true. In fact, it's so untrue that I actually think my sister got mauled by a golden retriever when she was a little girl.
I bet golden retrievers are one of those dogs that when they attack, like, you know how it's one of those statistics that what am I thinking of? Where they don't attack, but when they do, they
It's
kill.
like the worst. Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
They don't know their own power.
That's kind of like
They're
the
so-
opposite. How Chihuahuas like hospitalize or not? They bite
Yeah.
the most people, but since they're so small, no one cares. Anyway, animals are scary. You should, if you have a dog, you should respect it. It's a whole ass animal with autonomy, and you should, you don't have to be afraid of your dog, but you should fucking respect your dog. It could do something you don't expect it to.
Do you want to get a dog?
Yeah, I do honestly.
Should we
I
get
think about it all the time.
What
A
do you-
dog or a cat. I think we could use some companionship. I'm starting to break down and be like, I think maybe. I really am, dude. I'm losing it. Cowboy Boy's animal. And listen, if 100 more, what does the Patreon level have to be at so we get an official podcast animal?
No.
No, I'm saying it. If you get if the podcast makes $5,000, I'll get a podcast animal.
You'll eat your words.
I'll post him to the podcast all the time.
We'll just third mic him.
and we'll let the podcast name him.
Oh, all right.
I don't know if it'll be a cat or a dog. It might be a cat. I'm sorry, dog people, but it also could be a dog. I know there's lots of rescues in New York that need help. Anyway,
Rescue. I'm getting purebred.
I will actually shoot you with a gun.
No, we'll see. We'll let the dog settle it.
Oh my God.
Let's see if your adopted street dog can face. It'll be like Rocky 3.
Dude, I'll get like a 3-year-old street dog that like is kind of sketchy and it's seen some stuff and it'll
no.
be like, not today, rich.
I'm gonna get a
purebred dog.
purebred dog that is bred like in the mountains of Russia, and there's gonna
No.
be science equipment.
Class solidarity. My working class old dog is gonna fuck your new dog up.
I don't know. My dog's gonna have. They're gonna replace his normal teeth with metal teeth.
You're
gonna
gonna
have lasers coming out of his eyes.
You're gonna no, you'll show up with laser eye dog, and then I'll open my kennel, and you'll realize I've adopted 3 dogs and named them Sir, Burr, and Is.
All right.
Boom, and they eat your dog alive
No
using
way.
teamwork, class solidarity.
My dog's gonna fly because it has rock.
I have a rocket-back laser eye Russian
Yeah,
dog.
what are you talking about?
Damn,
Best
dude.
money dog could buy.
Oh, you fucked me up.
Best
Okay.
dog.
That is a good idea for 3 dogs, though. Sir, Burr, and Is.
That is good.
Anyway, all right, everyone. We love you guys. You can watch me on twitch.tv/Shadozer. I'm on social media or whatever. The Patreon and rating and reviewing our podcast on iTunes are so important.
Yeah, give us a rating.
I'm truly not kidding about the Patreon. Sign up, and I will get an animal. Anyway, what do you want to plug anything?
Yeah, sign up for our Patreon if you want more of whatever this is. I'm what am I? Dr. MacArthur online. What? I don't know.
Forgot your own thing.
I don't know what my username is.
Hell yeah, dude.
I made it years ago.
True.
Who cares?
Not a medical
You know
doctor,
what?
or is he?
Yeah, I don't know.
What if you were a disgraced medical doctor who had been caught doing back alley surgeries, and now you do this podcast? That'd be a cool twist.
That would be a great arc.
Yeah.
Character arc. I like it. That's what happened. That's canon.
All right, everyone. Fucking yeehaw.
Yeehaw.